Hey everybody, today we're talking about OpenClaw. And for anybody who doesn't know what OpenClaw is, it's a self-learning AI agent that has been implemented that can do things on your behalf and remember all the context that you give it. So you never have to repeat yourself, and it can learn and actually make changes to itself, which is crazy. So a self-learning AI agent that is programmed to the exact way you work. So for example, sending emails. Some people use their personal Gmail, some people use SendGrid, some people use N8N, whatever. So for me, I already set up my credentials in N8N and I had a workflow. So what did I do? I told OpenClaw, hey, I have an endpoint and I need you to go in and use this endpoint to send emails. OpenClaw asked me, oh, so what does it expect? I gave it what it expected, and it was able to send me an email using my N8N workflow. It also gave me options to use SendGrid and all of this stuff. But today I just want to talk about two things. I've been having issues getting notifications to Telegram from OpenClaw, but I use N8N as well. So I give it an endpoint and I said, use this every time you have to notify me about a job or something. Incredibly, it's working now. So it gave me a daily post that I should post to contractors because I'm trying to get contractors using speed to lead options so they don't miss leads. And I gave it an update. It even told me, here's an image idea, here's an action for today. And it then reminded me again because it knows that my cron jobs were not pre-delivering. So it just told me your 9 a.m. content just dropped. You can see this first one was sent using N8N because the cron jobs were not really messaging me directly through Telegram. It was broken. So it uses N8N to send me Telegram messages when I set like a reminder. So I told it I posted option 1. And there's a reason for this. So OpenClaw, I already used OpenClaw to build me a application that will summarize everything we work on together each day like a journal and push it to a GitHub repo. And every day I can see what OpenClaw and I worked on, which is crazy. Like, my goodness. And it happens automatically without me doing anything. Every day, 9:30, it sends me a reminder. Hey, do you want to add anything? And at 10 o'clock, it auto summarizes everything and pushes it to GitHub, and I can see that. But something crazy just happened. Something crazy just happened. I sent OpenClaw because Telegram has a voice option. So I sent OpenClaw a message, and people forget something. OpenClaw is hosted on a full computer. ChatGPT is hosted just as a chat endpoint. OpenClaw is an entire computer. It can install things on its computer. So I sent it a audio file. It told me, oh, I got your audio file, but I can't actually understand what you're saying. I now said, okay, well, you have OpenRouter. Can you use OpenRouter? It says, let me check. Okay, so it told me, oh, well, I really can't use OpenRouter and the model. So I'm using a cheap model called Kimi, which is really smart. This Kimi model is really smart and is way cheaper than Claude. And it's not as good as Claude, but Claude is the best. And Claude is maybe 50 times more expensive per token than this. So I now told it something because I've been building apps. So I told it, hey, can you install and use Faster Whisper? Faster Whisper, by the way, is an open source transcription software, fully free. You can have it on your local computer working. So I said it works locally and it's pretty good. Now, from 10:59, okay? So this thing showed me typing for a few minutes. Then it gave me updates. So it installed Faster Whisper. It said pip isn't it. Can you imagine this? I didn't even read this part. So it tried using Python to install it. It didn't work. So it tried installing Python. Then it installed a dependency. Then it installed Faster. I didn't do anything. You can see it. Then it installed Faster Whisper. Then it tested it. Then it used it to transcribe the audio I sent through Telegram. Then it told me what I said because I told it create 2 new folders. I was watching a YouTube guide and a guy said, really, you should have personal folder and business folder. So as you do personal things, it can know more about your personal life. And as you do business things, it can learn more about your business. So I said, oh, well, why not? Oh, guys, we're in an age where AI installed, it researched what it needed, installed what it needed, created the folders it needed, and already populated it with everything it knows about me. And I just had to tell it, even I'm mind blown, and I hope you are too. If you're not using OpenClaw yet, let me show you a simple way to set it up. Let me show you a simple way to set it up. I'm going to switch my window right now to Coolify. Okay, so really all I had to do was do some quick research through Claude, and there is a Coolify setup, and you just have to copy a Docker Compose. In fact, you just have to use a Coolify image and it automatically installs it straight onto Coolify. The reason I recommend Coolify is because Coolify is like a Docker container, and for Docker, every instance is separate. So even if this thing blows up, there is just no risk essentially to the rest of my business. And the other thing is this OpenClaw actually has no external way to reach in. There is no way to get into this OpenClaw system. So the only way I can talk to OpenClaw is through Telegram. So it's completely closed off from the outside world, and that's what I love about using something like Coolify. Anyway, hope this helped you. Hope this inspired you. If you have not started using OpenClaw, let me see if I will link to the video below that I watched. That video is really good. It goes through 20 minutes of setting it OpenClaw up. And yeah, these are some of the cool things you can do. I haven't even scratched the surface, but like today, for example, last thing I'll share. So I have a client, and the client is in a construction background, and we wanted to make, like, my assistant and I asked the client yesterday, hey, what would you like in a newsletter? And this is the very first newsletter we're creating. So I told my assistant, hey, can you use ChatGPT, do some research on this client, and just come up with a few ideas of newsletters. The same second I told my assistant that, I realized I have OpenClaw. That is an AI assistant. It can do quick research. It does use AI, and it can not only do that, it can even draft the emails for me. So I took that and I dropped it into OpenClaw, and OpenClaw searched for the business online, found the business information, figured out the ideal clients, gave me a summary of it. I double checked it and I said, yes, I want this exact persona as the target audience. And then it gave me 6 different emails. I told it, hey, can you flesh out 5? I really meant flesh out number 5, but OpenClaw fleshed out 5 of those 6 concepts and used my N8N to send me an email with the full hook, body concepts, and type and subjects and call to actions for each of the 5 emails. Guys, we live in a different era right now. Hope you guys are taking advantage of this. If you need help setting this up, you need tips, you just want to chat, comment below. Happy to help. Have a great day.